Hi, I'm Red Pill Mormon on TikTok, host of Zion's Redemption Radio Network on YouTube and on iTunes. Um, I've been watching the news about the attempted assassination of Donald J. Trump. Um, Here's my thoughts on it. These are my opinions and beliefs. There were 2 or 3 minutes where people were screaming, "He's got a gun." Secret Service was notified that there was a shooter on the roof. No one in the Secret Service took the precautionary measure to protect Donald Trump. I heard in a news report that the Secret Service has a protocol that only after the assassination attempt or assassination has happened do you shoot the shooter. This is clearly a deep state assassination attempt. You can see the shooter on the roof. You can see the Secret Service sniper aiming at the shooter. He knows exactly where he is. He knows where the threat is. They did nothing to warn the President of the United States. He is the President. Biden is a joke. They changed constitutions of states to change the voting rules. They harvested ballots, which has come out, and the press doesn't want to cover these things because it shows that it was stolen. Donald J. Trump is a direct threat to your Gadianton robbers, your deep state operatives, your bureaucrat ABC bureaucracies, whatever, in the country. They don't want him because they want to destroy this country. The reason why that sniper didn't shoot wasn't because, oh, we can only shoot after protocol. The reason that guy didn't shoot until the assassin shot his bullets is to get rid of the evidence, to get rid of being able to question the individual who was doing this. He probably worked for Deep State, MI6 or MK Ultra, or FBI or CIA. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, they knew the threat was there and they did not warn or cover Donald J. Trump until after he was almost assassinated. And by the grace of God alone, Donald J. Trump turned his head within milliseconds of that bullet hitting his head. And luckily enough, it only went through the upper portion of his ear. Democrats are not the only problem, but they are a huge problem because they are in league with the Gadianton robbers and the deep state. They are wicked as all hell, and if you support Democrats in this country, you are supporting murderers. Murderers of people who oppose your views, murderers of unborn innocent children, murderers. People who try to make wickedness right and righteousness wicked. They are a direct threat to the republic, to the constitutional republic that we have. This never was meant to be a democracy. But ignorant fools in the professors in the higher education have brainwashed this country into believing a narrative which never existed among the founding fathers of the United States of America. Vladimir Khrushchev spoke to the United Nations General Assembly in 1957 and stated that he would not have to come to war against the United States for it to fall, that we would fall into his hands. I asked Heavenly Father when I was 12 years old what this meant. because I was lucky enough to have people in my family that followed these things. And Heavenly Father told me directly that the Kremlin and the Soviet Union would send moles into this country to get into the higher education systems so that they could brainwash the students of this country. That these individuals would get their tenure, and they would spread their socialist dictates, their communist heathen dictates, to destroy this country. Later on, I found out that in order for, according to the Balaam and Balak narrative that I talked about before, where Balak, the king, a pagan king, wanted to curse Israel, and Balaam, the prophet, told Balak, "You can't destroy a righteous people. You must first make them wicked, and then God will take his protection from them, and then you can destroy them." And it's exactly what the Kremlin did. That's exactly what's going on now. This country deserves what it's going through because of its own wickedness. And fortunately, we have a man by the name of Donald J. Trump who is fighting for us so that they don't come after us, so that the wickedness of Satanists and secret combinations and Gadiat robbers doesn't completely destroy this country. And the only way that the Illuminati and the Bilderbergs and the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, and all of these sick Luciferian Satanists, the only way they can take complete control over everything is to destroy the American people. And I got news for you. When Donald Trump is murdered, the patriots of this country are going to rise up. You leftists want a civil war? You want a civil war with us, the people who have the guns, the people who are being increasingly angered by your actions, the people who have the will to fight? There is going to be bloodshed in this country that is going to be worse than anything that you could possibly imagine. And England is going to send, and other countries are going to try to send people into this country to stop it, and they're not going to be able to, because it's going to be bloodshed of the highest order. And many of you out there will rot in the streets. Your dead bodies will rot in the streets next to your children and your family and your friends. And that is the goal of these Satanists. To remove Donald Trump and others of our protected rights, to destroy this God, this promised land. And God help you all, because you will not listen. And you think that you're righteous, even those Republicans who pretend to stand on principles. You allow this to happen by not fighting back in the political and the courts. Those people who are these rhinos who pretend to be Republicans, and these weak Republicans who do not fight in the political sphere and in the courts to attack those people who are attacking us with these frivolous lawsuits. You are all to blame.